The following is a NIDEC tech tip: how to calculate overtravel for gear shaping.
Shaping internal gears and splines. Shaper cutter overstroke. When generating internal teeth using a gear shaper, ensuring that there is sufficient clearance at the bottom of the cutter stroke width is crucial to prevent insufficient tooth depth, chip packing, and other manufacturing problems. Another critical application is shaping in a blind hole. How much clearance below the face width is needed? Let's look at the method for determining setting the cutter stroke with correct overtravel, which will then determine the internal spline or gear design and how to set it up on the shaper. Calculating stroke width. One way is to use the automatic stroke width calculation feature on the NIDEC ST40A gear shaper. The machine automatically calculates the stroke width by adding an overstroke amount to the face width of the part. This overstroke amount is determined by the conversational programming function of the ST40A gear shaper, eliminating the need for manual calculations by the operator. If you haven't installed your new NIDEC shaper yet, here is how to calculate the needed overtravel for spur and helical internal teeth. The stroke width, LS, is approximated using the following formula. For example, an internal spur spline or gear with a 30 mm face width should have 4 mm overtravel above the tooth and 4 mm below. Helical internal gears require consideration to allow the upper cutting edge to pass below the bottom of the face width. The lower edge must not interfere with the bottom of a blind hole. Here is the formula to calculate the helix angle factor. For helical gears, it's essential to increase the upper/lower relieving allowance based on the helix angle. The helix angle factor, HF, takes this into account. Special considerations for shoulder gears. When working with shoulder gears, it's critical to ensure a clearance of 1 mm, 0.04 inches, or more between the edge of the cutter blade on the relieving side and the shoulder end face. This prevents interference and ensures proper gear function. In conclusion, the accurate calculation of the cutter stroke width is vital for the proper generation of internal gear and spline teeth. By understanding the calculation process to determine correct overtravel of the shaper tool and considering the specific requirements for helical and shoulder gears, gear design engineers can ensure optimal internal spline and gear production.